So I'm away from the world-class bullshitter's office, and it's very early where I am. But I heard this piece of news, and I just had to make a video. So bear with me. I'm a little tired. I'm unrehearsed, but this is a big deal. So it has come out that Phil Lord and Chris Miller have officially left the young Han Solo movie. The Hollywood Reporter cites creative differences. World-class bullshitter cites, we knew this was going to happen. Now, before I go into the article, I would just like to say this. I think the young Han Solo movie is a bad idea. Why? Because everything you need to know about Han Solo was presented to you in the first film, and everything you thought about Han Solo was ruined in Episode 7. So this can only be a bad move. So to quote the article, Phil Lord and Chris Miller are no longer directing the Han Solo Star Wars spin-off. Phil Lord and Christopher Miller are talented filmmakers who have assembled an incredible cast and crew, but it's become clear that we had different creative visions on this film, and we've decided to part ways. A new director will be announced soon, Kathleen Kennedy, president of Lucasfilm, said Tuesday in a statement. Well, there's your first problem, Kathleen Kennedy. She is the worst choice for the president of Lucasfilm. If you've seen my Force Awakens review, you know how I feel about modern Star Wars. It's not even about fun and adventure. It's a fucking agenda-driven piece of shit. So, I'm afraid that this Han Solo movie is going to be another agenda-driven piece of shit. I find it funny that the only one with a male lead is one that's in turmoil. Now, Kathleen Kennedy, I've never met her personally, but she seems like a straight-up asshole. And she's in damage control mode, too. And I'm not just talking about this article. Go back and watch the Mark Hamill interviews from Celebration a few months ago. Or just look at all the videos about how Mark Hamill feels about The Force Awakens. And then look at the look on Kathleen Kennedy's face. She knows that she can't control Mark Hamill, and she knows that the shit he's saying is true. But with Chris Miller and Phil Lord, she can control them. I mean, yeah, they did the Lego movie and 21 Jump Street, but this Han Solo movie was on a whole nother level. And I'd just like to throw some conjecture out there for a few minutes. What do I think the creative differences are? I think that Chris Miller and Phil Lord had plans to make Han Solo very true to the Harrison Ford character, but Kathleen Kennedy has an idea of how to neuter Han Solo and make him even more weak of a character, so that's what we're going to get. I don't think anything Kathleen Kennedy or Lucasfilm does at this point is for the good of Star Wars. It's for the good of the agenda and whatever political ideology is behind the franchise. Say what you will about George Lucas, you never got that with him. Good or bad, everything served the story. Now, as I said earlier, do we really need this Han Solo movie? I think not. He's introduced in Star Wars, and there's no myth or lore behind him. He's just a space pirate, a smuggler, a scoundrel, if you will. And we watch him grow. You know, within the first film, he grows more than any other character, even Luke. Luke was always kind of a good guy who gained some courage to do the big thing, make the life change. Han was an asshole and became compassionate by the end of the film. He was actually concerned with the others in the group. He put his neck on the line multiple times to save Luke Skywalker. Even into The Empire Strikes Back, you know, he says, that's too Yomi. So the character grew, and then by Return of the Jedi, he just kind of flatlined, and that's okay. The Force Awakens ruined all that, and now we're going to go tell the origin of Han Solo. Now, a few months ago, we did a video about how Han Solo might not be named Han Solo and it's a title. That's a dumb fucking idea. If that's Lucasfilm's vision, they can go fuck themselves. It's just a stupid idea. It was his name, and it was never anything more than that. So back to this article. Unfortunately, our vision and processes weren't aligned with our partners on this project, a statement from Lord and Miller read. We normally aren't fans of the phrase creative differences, but for once this cliche is true. We are really proud of the amazing and world-class work from our cast and crew. Again, the cast and the crew seemed to be very invested in what Miller and Lord were doing. We were probably getting a really good, respectful take on the character with a lot of fun. I mean, a Han and Lando movie should be a lot of fun. And if you throw Chewbacca in the mix, which you have to in the Millennium Falcon, you're getting my favorite parts of Star Wars without my favorite actor, Harrison Ford. Which doesn't bother me as much as most people would assume, because while I don't like another actor playing Han Solo, this guy is a good casting choice. Even as far back as Hail Caesar, which is only a year ago or so, I had pegged him as a good action star in the making. The way he moved, the way he talked, I thought this guy could be whatever he wants to be. Well, he's going to be Han Solo, and if he does a good job, if they have to remake Indiana Jones, at least have the same guy play both roles like Harrison Ford, the real guy. According to this article also, the release date of May 25th, 2018 remains unchanged, so we have less than a year, and they're already getting a new director, so there's going to be tons of reshoots and tons of drama behind the scenes, and Lucasfilm, the ultimate spin doctors, aren't going to ever let it be known what the other version of the movie was like. There's an entire different cut of Rogue One out there, but Gareth Edwards just shut his mouth, and they made the changes they wanted. With this, you're kind of in a weird place because there's a lot that these guys had to have filmed. I mean, from other sources I've read, they started filming early this year, so we're in June, so it's 6 months. You can make an entire movie in 6 months. And now they kind of have to go back to the drawing board because that Lucasfilm's going to make even more changes and be more draconian in their policies. So basically what I want to say is no matter what the reason, I think this is a bad choice. Miller and Lord, maybe I'm not the world's biggest Lego movie fan, but it was fun. I mean, I'm an adult, so most kids' movies don't appeal to me, but I absolutely love 21 Jump Street. It's my favorite comedy of the last 17 years. I think it's nearly perfect. It's hilarious. All the jokes work. Talk about a great cast, and you can tell that everyone gets along on set. I feel like Miller and Lord were going to bring that to the Han Solo role, not the role, the film, and you're going to have a lot of fun that the audience could recognize on screen. And I think you need that. There needs to be a camaraderie between Lando and Han in a way that we've never seen before because they were good friends. Something kind of happened, and Lando, he still turned him in, so that's neither here nor there. But my point is, Lucasfilm, go fuck yourself. If you were a fan of Rogue One and Episode 7, whatever. Rogue One was fine, Episode 7 was not. But keep in mind that the Star Wars process is way too automated for its own good. These aren't movies anymore, they're just products. And if you're fine with that and you're just going to shut off your brain, then don't get upset when people criticize the process because you don't care how the things are made, you just care that the things are made. And that's you. Personally, I do care about the behind-the-scenes drama. You learn about Sony Pictures and all their stupid policies. Look at Ghostbusters last year. That was an agenda-driven film and it flopped. This can't flop because it has the words Star Wars attached to it. It could literally be a 2-hour film of a fat green guy taking a shit and millions of people are going to buy the toys, call it the greatest movie ever made. They're going to cry at the fucking trailer like a bunch of little kids. So no matter what the outcome is of this movie, good or bad, it's going to be successful and the critics are going to praise it because it's Star Wars and they're not really worried about having the integrity that the audience deserves. No, they're worried about that Disney money and keeping their overlords happy. So those are my thoughts on this subject. I think it's crazy, and this has been a pretty odd week for entertainment. When I get back to the offices for the podcast this week, it's going to be a good show. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, World Class Bullshitters. If you're already a member of this channel, give this video a thumbs up, share it, and if you can, head over to Patreon. Throw a couple bucks down. There's a lot of great perks, and there's also the added bonus of you helping support this channel grow. We have a bunch of ideas that we need the money for, and once we do get the money, you're going to see your dollars put on screen, be it your cell phone screen, your computer screen, or your television screen. Also, we have a ton of other Star Wars related content on this channel. For a while, that's what we were known for, just the Star Wars video. And all the Star Wars videos gain, tens of thousands of views, so that's cool. Used to be the biggest Star Wars fan in the world. Not anymore. It's just stupid decision after stupid decision. But that's a topic for another video. Thanks for watching, and also if you're a Spider-Man fan, Spider-Man month is coming up starting July 1st here on this channel, so subscribe. You're going to get a lot of content you've never seen anywhere else, and I don't know, that's it. Thanks for watching and have a good one.